Oh, goodness. Hey, Pat. How are you doing, sweetheart? Can you hear me and see me all right? Hey, Tara. How are you doing? I was just asking, can you see and hear me okay? My number two, 1 and 2 people coming in so fast. I appreciate you guys. You're tired. You're coming in clear. Good, good. Oh, guess what? I found you guys a new game to play. Since the other one's getting a little bit personal, I haven't looked at the cards in this, so I don't know. It's called Fact or Crap. It's your call. So we'll try that one tonight and see how it goes. You're still trying to hold off the heckle. Oh, boy, I hope you aren't getting it. I've had something since Keith came home from the hospital 2 days ago. I've been sneezing and sneezing. And when he first came home, he started sneezing. I mean, I feel fine. At night, I get stuffed up, but I've just been sneezing like crazy. I took some Benadryl today, and that helped. Oh, but I hope you're not getting sick, because I know you want to go see your little granddaughter this weekend. Let me turn on this fan back here, a little warm. Boy, I can't believe the problem I had with the post office yesterday. Oh, my dad, they have no room in either the local, one's about an hour from here, the other one's in town about 15-20 minutes from here, but they have no room for a part-time rehab where they're only going to be there a couple weeks or a month or whatever. They want somebody who's going to be there years. So he's going to be coming home. And hey, Miss Diane, how are you doing, hon? And thank you for the big heart. I appreciate it. How are you feeling? I know you've had a lot going on with your health lately. My goodness. So my dad's going to be coming home tomorrow around noon. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad to hear that, Diane. Right in time for the holidays. Oh, goodness. But we will be having physical therapy in here 3 days a week. We'll have a nurse in here 4 days a week. Let's see what else. Occupational therapy will be in here once or twice a week. So I'm trying to schedule it so there's somebody here every day, because while they're here, if I need to run to the grocery store or the post office or whatever, I can do that, especially when the nurse is here. And it's not an actual, there'll be a nurse once a week to come in, but it's a nursing assistant that comes in and does his bathing, and which he won't let anybody do that, but I don't know how he's going to get in that bathtub without help. He's just going to have to grasp the fact that he can't do what he could do a month ago. But we'll see how it all goes. You did your showcase it in Monday's videos. Yeah, Terry, you need to put one of my games back in. I sent you some games to play. I haven't seen you play one of my games in a while. I enjoy it. Boy, did you guys get a chance to see my video today? I did put out a video earlier today and stuff, but I was able to take all my money that I'd been saving in my randomizer and my thanks, Pat, and all my challenges and stuff for my sinking funds. And I put over $1,000 into my month ahead binder. I finally took it out. I'm going to take it to the bank tomorrow. I just don't want to sit here with that kind of cash just sitting on my desk right here where people can walk in and out of the house. It's bad enough I keep money right here, so I don't got to pull it in and out all day. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll help him, but my dad's very stubborn, so very needy, very stubborn, very, oh, it's just, it's going to be a lot on me. And they said that, his heart's shutting down. He was at 30% a month ago. A couple weeks ago, he was at 20%. Now he's at 10%. And just like when he stands up to walk from here down, is fine, but he turns white up here because his blood isn't making it up high enough. And so he's only able to walk 10, 15 feet and have to sit down. And oh, hey there, creations. My glasses. Musina? No, I said that wrong. But how are you doing? Thanks for watching down later, Diane. I always appreciate you being on there. Oh, should we name it Cece or Cecilia? Sunshine and Ladies. Well, they're essentially letting my dad leave the hospital so that way he could pass away in his home. I always promised my dad I'd never put him in a nursing home because that's where people around here just go to die. And I don't want to be put in a nursing home if it comes that time. I'd rather just pass away in my own home. But it's just, call you Cece. Hi, Cece. Nice to meet you. And thanks for coming in. You guys, if you get a chance, please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Negative 22 here, but that's Celsius. That ain't Fahrenheit. What is that in Fahrenheit, Pat? You're giving me a fit. It's probably about 40 outside here, which is, it's about December. It's about the right time. Stupid. I got you guys a new game today. You know how we always play our game? This one's called Fact or Crap. It's your call. I haven't even opened it to look at it. I found it at a like a Salvation Army, like the thrift store. Oh goodness, I gotta get some scissors because it is taped shut. Have you guys finished your Christmas shopping yet? I ordered for my grandson and granddaughter that live here. I bought them new bikes because they've both grown out of their other bikes. And they come over here several times a week just because I've got a concrete driveway and everything to ride their bikes. So, and they're just all excited about being big. Okay, my brother and I had to take care of our parents before they passed. It was a blessing, but so hard. Yeah, see, I'm Daddy's little girl, and even though me and my dad like to butt heads, still gonna hit me hard. It was negative 15 here during the day, which is 5 Fahrenheit. I don't know what 22 Celsius is in Fahrenheit. That's what Google's for. You haven't even started shopping? I do mine all online. This is the 3rd year. And all I do is buy one more gift card and I'm done. So, oh man, Daddy's girl too. Yeah. It's hard. I lost my mom in 2004. And I've never had the time to mourn her death because I had to be here, take care of my dad, take care of my brothers and sisters, even though I'm the baby. And I had to take care of the business, which I ended up purchasing. And it's like so much was coming on me that I never had the time to mourn. And I always said to my family that once my dad goes, my dad and my mom's going to hit me at the same time, even though it's been 20 years my mom's been gone. So we're going to see how I do. I may not be around for Christmas. All right, let's see this one. Okay, you guys, is this true or is this crap? Ugh. Sharks have poor eyesight and must rely mainly on their sense of smell. Fact or crap? Does anybody know that? You're saying it's true? Fact? Wow. Well, you guys, believe it or not, it's crap. You figure, well, underwater, I would think they don't have a sense of smell because of water going through their sinuses. It's a taste, heat, cold, but I don't think it'd be a smell. I thought that was very interesting. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure in the world. Fact or crap? You want to do over? Oh Lord, you guys, I'm gonna try if I get a chance tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do another video. I'm trying to get back out more with everything going on, and while I got a little bit of time home for the holidays, we had to cancel our last 2 cruises because of my dad. Oh my goodness, Tara, repeat the question, please. Okay, the Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure in the world. Oh no, actually, it is fact. And I would have probably said crap on that one too, because the word structure. I would think the Great Pyramids of Giza and stuff like that would be, the pyramids and stuff like that would be a structure. I would think underwater, I would say living structure. Okay, so very interesting. We'll play some of that in a little while. They're not as, unless you guys want me to play the other ones. I mean, they're getting kind of down and dirty with the other ones. I don't know how you guys like that. Oh, did you guys all finish up your Thanksgiving savings? It is in danger of being destroyed. A lot of the coral reefs and stuff are. Did you guys finish this yet? I was going to let you play it for me. I did have enough with my savings throughout the year for me to buy dinner. So I know, Pat, it's been tight on you with your car being in the shop so much. I was going to let you guys roll and finish these up for me because I was going to use this to buy my husband a Christmas present this year that he wants that he doesn't know I'm getting. He's sitting right over here, but he's got headphones on so he can't hear me. Oh, my little thing broke. I got my little Christmas tree. It looks weird on there. It's white glitter or silver glitter. It looks like bright light on the camera. I just killed my little snowman. It's one of those little paper clips. But do you guys have any dice you could help me? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I need 8 numbers. The O. You didn't finish it either, Tara? Uh-oh. Shame on you. If anybody wants to throw a number 1 through 6 my way or roll a dice, that way I could go ahead and a 1 through 6 dice. Give me some numbers. That way I can blame it on you what I save. I just need to get this done so I can save it up for my hubby. Okay, so we got a 4. Where's my calculator at? Calculator. It's always disappearing. I put it one place, my husband takes it somewhere else. Okay, guys, there's some numbers at me. All right, here we go. Let's fill it up. I need 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So that's 15. Plus 5 is 20. Keep going, guys. Plus 1 is 21. Need 3 more numbers. Okay, plus 3 is 24. 2 more. Give me 2 more numbers. 26 is a 2. And a 5. That's $31. Okay, enough. You guys gonna make me go broke. Goodness gracious. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna try tomorrow or the next day, by Sunday at least, to get, let's see, 20. Let's see if I can cash condense this some. So the total I save. Keith.
What?
Tara said you're welcome.
What?
I asked them to give me a bunch of numbers to fill in my savings. I'm saving for a Christmas present for you.
Yeah.
So I told them, give me a bunch of numbers. They called all the high numbers. And they said, tell Keith, we said you're welcome. So I get you. So we've got 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, and $43 towards his Christmas present. He's up there, Terry. He's cutting my snowball book up. So that way I can try to play that tomorrow if I can find. I'm not sure if I've got a. He's here. He's here.
Hello, everyone.
You guys, did I say 33 or 43? I'm just going to do 40 altogether. Nice and round it out. So I'm going to say right here, that's going to be his special Christmas present this year.
I am. Don't you know that misbehaving is technically a behavior? So technically, it is behaving.
Okay.
Can't prove that one wrong. Pure logic.
Diane, see what I gotta put up with? Where'd Cece go? You still here, Cece?
Okay. See y'all later.
Yeah, I have them cutting tonight. Tara said you got a point. Don't ever.
Do as much of it as possible.
Don't ever agree with my husband. I'll never let you down.
I do as much misbehaving as possible, but remember, it's always her fault. She can't deny that. That's all logic too. You want to explain that one?
Pat said, "Hey, but bye, Keith." No, we were 20 years ago. We had just gotten married, and matter of fact, we had just been married about 6 months, and we had bought out my father's part of the company, and so I put life insurance on Keith. I had it on me, so I put $2.5 million on Keith because I had 3 small kids at home. We just bought a house. We had 2 new vehicles. We had a work vehicle, trailers, and everything. So if something happened to him, if he would have fallen off a roof that we were on every day, something could have happened. Well, about a week later, I went in. I had to have a total hysterectomy, and we sold the house we were in, waiting to move into the new house. So we were staying with Keith's parents, and Keith's dad had knee replacement done about 2 weeks prior. And then I had my hysterectomy done, and I was only there. It was same day in and out. And the following day, I was sitting there eating breakfast, and I get a phone call, and this person just being nasty with me. And Keith took the phone from me, and he started talking. I got up, went to walk in the bedroom, and all of a sudden I heard boom. And I turned around, looked behind me. He was out on the ground. Phone was gone, and Keith, his parents come running in and everything. His heart had stopped. Just stopped. Have you ever heard of a sudden death episode, like basketball players on the court playing, they just drop and they're dead? That's what happened to him. But the day before that happened, his physical blood work and all that stuff for life insurance came back so good, they reduced the rates of his life insurance. So I was like, okay, well, I get down there and I'm doing CPR on him, and his mom comes in, his dad's hobbling in, and they start panicking and everything. I'm tells his mom, call 911. She's like, what's the number to 911? Just like the commercial. And I'm doing CPR. I had to do CPR on him 3 times. He'd start breathing and everything, and his lips would get the blue gone, and then all of a sudden he'd stop, and I have to start CPR again. And by the time rescue got there, they had to do it twice. They got him hooked up to a heart monitor and everything. His heart was beating 452 beats a minute, but pumping up blood. Essentially, all it was shaking. It couldn't do a rhythmic. And so we got him loaded. Thank you. Hey, I can play snowball tomorrow.
Last time it was at the hospital.
Huh?
Last time it was at the hospital.
What was? Oh, yeah. And see, I can play snowball tomorrow. You guys ought to get this. It's so cute. I'll tell you about it in a minute. We went into the hospital. They had him in the trauma bay. I rode in rescue with him, and then his parents came in a vehicle behind us. And he bottomed out. He flatlined 5 times. And after they came to me and they told me, it's life and death. We've got him stable and everything, but it's very important we watch him and everything. We'd only been married 6 months, and we thought he was in perfect health. My health was good. And luckily, I was able to do CPR effectively to keep him alive long enough for rescue to get there, is what they said. And we finally got him put in the hospital up on the heart intensive care unit on the floor of the heart ward, which his aunt was in charge of. So I was able to be there because the visiting hours were like once every 4 hours for like 10 minutes. But she allowed me to stay there. But when they came in to the private room, when he was still down in the emergency room, and told me that what was going on with him, I passed out because I had hemorrhaged from my operation from the day before, having a total hysterectomy of doing CPR on him. So needless to say, they put me into the hospital in the maternity ward, and they put him in the heart center. As soon as they got me hooked up with IVs and everything, I took my little IV pole, and they ended up putting a nurse sitting in the room with him for me. And so I never stayed and stuff. I went down to get checked out every once in a while, but it was funny. And after 3 days, they had him on drug-induced coma. And I told him I want everything done. I want everything checked. And before we make a decision, because his mom wanted me to do DNR because she knew he wouldn't want to be that way. And I said, listen, if God put me in the right place at the right time. I am, Keith. Thank you. That if Jesus put me in the right place at the right time to do it effectively, there must have been a reason for it. And they did all the tests, and they said that if he made it and could live without mechanical ventilation, that he would be brain dead. But not brain dead. He would have he'd be like a little child all over again. He would have to go into a home for adult people because of brain damage. They would have to feed him. It's something I wouldn't be able to do full time myself. And so they did everything, and they said, we can't tell you what to do. And me and his mother actually got into a fight over it because I said, I do not want DNR. And she's like, yes, I do. And I just started crying, and the doctor looked at her and said, listen, you are his mother, but this is his wife. It is his wife's decision, not yours. She got mad, got up, and walked out of there. And I said, I do not want DNR. And after 3 days, they let his heart rest and everything. They said, we're going to pull him off of ventilation, see if he can breathe on his own. And They weren't sure that he could. And they asked me to just stand on the other side of the curtain while they did it. And they pulled him off of life support. And within 2-3 minutes, he's sitting there eating crackers and drinking Pepsi because his throat was so dry from being on ventilation. And he's up, he's doing everything, he's doing fine. The only thing is he forgot we were married. And I guess he thought I was a nurse or somebody in the room because I was brushing his hair and wiping his face and bathing him and everything. So thank the Lord, everything worked out for both you, and you fought for him, yes. And it was very traumatic. And it was so funny. It was so funny. I'm telling you. Um, I was in the room. He was laying on one side, and I was in a chair next to him. His brother had come in to see him. He was down at the end of the bed, and then this girl came in. She was probably about 28 years old.
Nurse.
Real nice. No, wasn't a nurse. It was an assistant. She came in, and I helped her change the bed because we had to roll them back and forth and everything. And I helped her change the bed. And then she, right in front of him, she bent down like this to pick up all the clothes to put them in the basket. And he looked at her, he said, "Ooh, Lordy, what a nice ass." I was like, "Oh my God, Keith." And she just kind of covered her mouth and walked out. I mean, this is only hours after he's taken off life support. I knew he was going to be all right. The only thing is, he looked at me, and I was sitting there rubbing his hair and combing it and stuff. And he looked at me and he goes, "Who are you?" I mean, just as serious as can be. I was like, "Honey, I'm your wife." He's like, "My wife? I'm not married." He'd forgotten me. He had short-term amnesia. It took about a day or so, and he started remembering me again and everything. And I mean, the hardest thing for him all these years is he has memory loss from that 3 days. He can't remember when he passed out. The CPR, it was in the hospital for 2 weeks. He got a defibrillator put in for his heart. It was just, it was a long healing, but it has bothered him over the years that he doesn't remember how it affected me.
Everybody in the families on both sides went through trauma, went through traumatic interactions with each other, conflict. Everything was fine when I went to sleep. When I woke up, World War III had taken over and was active.
It was a true miracle.
And so had no idea of anything that was going on. So
yeah. So I mean, it's caused a lot of rift in the family. Me and his mom were tight before that happened, and then
20 years, all that stuff is
20 years.
But anyway.
Why did you think that?
Now you have been avoiding. Why is everything I do wrong your fault?
Because I brought him back to life. So.
I would be 6 foot under if it wasn't for her. So I would be dead. So anything I do that's wrong is her fault.
See what I did?
It's logic.
Oh gosh. He blames me for everything. He screws it up. See, Dana, what you did? All right, go away. Go away. So that's our big story of our life, and the bad thing is because I had not had his insurance for 30 days yet, his life insurance. When they found out this happened to him, he had dropped dead of sudden death episode, heart attack, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't a heart attack. It was worse than a heart attack. They said, "You're crazy, Keith. Leave me alone."
Certifiable.
But they canceled his life insurance. So, I mean, I'm paying more now for a $25,000 policy than I paid on his $2.5 million life insurance policy.
After all of
just
that
because of his health.
They canceled my health insurance.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I couldn't get health insurance for several years.
And he had health insurance with Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is the biggest ones here in the States, for years. And because this happened, his medical bill just for the first 3 days was over $250,000. And they paid all the bills, then they canceled them. And we're like, because he was, because of his pre-existing condition now, because of his heart, we couldn't find insurance anywhere for him. we tried to go back with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and where we were paying about $450 a month for him went up to over $3,600 a month because of his heart. And I was like, I even went to the insurance commissioner and everything. Where did they have the right just to say, hey, you can't have insurance anymore because we had to put a claim against it? That just didn't seem right. But yeah, it does seem like BS. I thought that if you had a policy before sickness, that they could not hold it against you. As far as my life insurance, they could, because you have to have life insurance for 90 days before you can file a claim against it. A lot of people don't know that. It's like, say I put life insurance on him, 2 weeks from now, he's in a car accident, gets killed. Your life insurance will only pay you back what you paid in for the first 90 days. So they had the right to cancel me. I believe me, I fought all that stuff like crazy. So that's how we started off our marriage. The first year, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, I just watched a video with Simply Living Sages. Is there anybody else in here who listens to that? Please hit the like button, guys, if you get a chance. I haven't seen her in a while. I was watching videos, and she put one out today, and a beautiful one, and I did not know it, but her father had passed away, and she's been gone for about 5 months trying to take care of all that and helping with funerals and doing all that stuff. It's glad to have her back. And if you guys get a chance, say hello to her. I know she could use the views right now. Yeah, insurance is a big money grab, especially here in the States. I don't know how it is up in Canada, but here in the States, it's ridiculous. But anyway, you guys, this is a game I got thanks to a friend of mine. It's called Snowball Fight. What you do is there's all kinds of people it's a collab, and each one has a little dashboard where you play the game. And if you land on a bucket of snowballs right there, you get a little deck of cards where each one of these have 2 cards, and you pull the card and say, oh no, I got to go to Simply Made. Penguin Patch was Simply Made, and go find theirs in here and start on theirs, and you play theirs until you hit a bucket of snowballs, and you go to the next one. You just keep pulling a card and go from one game to the next game and see what you can say. The only thing I'm going to do different, just so I could up this a little bit, because I've used just about all my money for Christmas already. So I want to start again heavy because I felt good. I didn't have to freak out, pass out, or do anything, put the stuff on credit cards, because I started right in January collecting money for Christmas. And I'm going to use this. And what I'm going to do is, like, say I go around land here, I'm going to save $5. And say I go to here, and it took me 1, 2, 3, 4. And I hit this before I go to the next game, because I rolled a 4 to hit that. I'm going to put $4 additional in this game. So that way I'll be doing a little bit extra savings. It's just a little extra twist I'm going to put on that. So we will get that done. Oh no, I didn't realize he had passed. I thought he was still doing chemo and radiation treatments. Okay, who are we talking about? Oh, Simply Living Saves. He had cancer, and apparently it was maybe one of the end stage. I didn't even know this till tonight. I just thought maybe she was sick or something. And she said he had passed away, and she was helping her mom with the funeral and getting everything straight. And she sounded good. She sounded like she's got her head on straight. You could tell she had a she always, her videos, she's right on key, right on par with everything. She was having a little bit of, having a hard way to count a little bit here and there, and everything she's been through is understandable. But I know she would love to see some people come over and say hello to her and wish her a Merry Christmas. Okay. Yeah, it's really good. I still Ooh, ooh, ooh. Excuse me. My big belly can't fit over this thing. Here's my holiday binder. Now I've got a bunch of Christmas envelopes or challenges throughout my thing that I have not say or taken the money out for. And since I don't need it for this year, I'm just going to let it keep going for next year. But here's the last of what I've got in for my Christmas holiday binder for let's see, I've got 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 10, 15, 20, 21, $421 left in here for my spending. And I have a $200, I think my head's oddly shaped. These things don't ever like staying in my hair. A probably a $250 gift card to get out of that 400, and I'm good for the year. I'm done. I have saved, and I have saved a little bit here and there all year long, and it feels wonderful. This is the first time. Last year I didn't quite make it all the way. Of course, I spent a lot more last year, but it just, you guys, it is a feeling of relief to a little bit here, and at the end of the year you see, wow, I saved all this. And that was just from challenges I had done all year, 10, 15 here and 20 here. So that's all taken care of, so I don't have to stress about Christmas. And of course, I've also learned I used to do it just I mean, it's like years and years ago, 25, 30 years ago, my kids were just little ones. I would go so crazy. I figured it out. I was pulling a part-time job. I was a supervisor of a security company while I was going through the police academy. And so I was buying the kids presents, and I put them in the trunk of my car one day, and I was working third shift, and I went into this great big factory where I was at, and it was just me, where I had to make rounds and everything every night. And I took all their Christmas, now 3 kids, plus we got, niece, nephews, cousins, and all that. I took all the presents into the warehouse and just sat there all night wrapping presents. And then I had them in my car Christmas morning. I've done so many things. Have you guys ever done anything crazy for Christmas? One time, I think it was my last year of having my kids at home, all 3 of my kids, we did an I Spy. My kids have always been good or big into I Spy, mystery, and stuff like that. What I did is when they woke up Christmas morning, there was nothing under the Christmas tree except for a Christmas bulb for each one of them. They took that off. It had their name on it, and it had something on it. I wrote hints and stuff like, "Oh, if you see me swimming, I'm hanging up top with the with Santa Claus, where I might have a decoration up here hanging up. And if they go up there and look, well, there's their Christmas present up there, and they have their name on it. They take off their Christmas present, come up. I was sitting on the porch. It was probably about 60 degrees Christmas morning, and yeah, like a scavenger hunt. And they come up and open it up and stuff, and in that present was the key to the hint under their bed, and they didn't even know it. In the refrigerator, it was here. It was here. We outside, in the shed, and under, all over the place. They said that that was the best Christmas they had ever had. They had more laughs, more times. And oh no, oh my, you're always buffering, girl. What do I do with you? But they had the most fun time. Of course, they couldn't be little. I think my daughter, she was 18. My son was 16. No, 14. My other one was 20. So it was just I did it at last minute. It was Christmas Eve night, and I got on my, because I used to order those games or buy those games where you'd have the little thing on the bottom to tell you to go here, go there, and you had to go and you had to find it and do this and do that to get through it. I used to love that. My kids used to love those games, and I was like, let me do something different. This is really their last one home, so that was just fun. You were buffering for me a bit, is good. I'm glad it's better. It must be a Canadian thing. It's all right. We still love you down here. Got to send me some of that snow. All right, you guys. Anyway, I've tried to say this 3 or 4 times now. I will try tomorrow before we bring my dad home to get a new challenge up, and I'll post it just for everybody for Christmas. Members and non-members. It'll just be in the main feed. Go ahead and download it. And since I haven't been invited to do a collab in quite a while, so I can have it all. Bring it down. Of course, right now, the upper states right below Canada, they're getting smashed with snow right now. They're saying it's some of the worst snow they've had in years. Oh, but you guys want to play a game, or you want to save? What do you want to do? If anybody on here is, you could have it all. If anybody is on here and ordered anything from me in the last 2-3 months, please, I am so sorry about the postal service, because they're doing an intensive internal investigation, because it's like today I got a review of somebody I sent one of the, I don't know where it's at, one of my big file folders too, with a game in it last week, and they got it. But yet these ones I sent in October and November, none of them got them, because all 17 people had moved. And I tried to tell them, no, they didn't. But see, the bad thing is I've been rated 5-star for 2 years on Etsy, and I do not need to have my Etsy reviews go down the drain, and I just started getting notices last week of people saying, hey, where's my item? Where's my item? And I'm like, trying to download or trying to look all that up. All right, you guys. Fact or crap? I know that was on them, but people who aren't on here or on watch my channel, they may not know, and they get it in a week. They're going to say, wow, I ordered this 2 months ago, and they're going to put a bad review on Etsy. And I know, I just wish somebody had really, but it was just weird how all that just started happening. And it was weird because I went there and I had a letter from Pat and Liz and Kimberly, and I was like, I got some happy mail. I was so excited to get some stuff in the mailbox, and then I seen I had a package. I was like, somebody sent me a package, and I was like, oh, cool, I got a Christmas present from somebody. And I went up to get it, and they brought me a stack of 17 of those envelopes. Yeah, these have all been returned. These people have moved, and it's not just one state. It's state after state after state after state, and that's all it was. People didn't want to say, hey, you got a package, come to the post office. They just returned to sender. Yeah, it's not fair. Okay, you guys, get your ones out. Let's see what you do. If you get it right, it's $1. You get it wrong, it's $2. Let's keep score. See who wins. All right. All right. The TV soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Oh, I used to love watching that with my mom. Has been produced since 1960. Fact or crap? Yeah, it is lazy. That's what I told them. I said, I pay you to do a job that you might get done, but you want me to pay more a second time to make sure you do your job. That's not fair. So a lot of it, after raising a little bit of a scene at the post office, they ended up paying for part of that postage again. Okay, you're saying fact. The TV soap days of our lives. I'm sorry. The the TV soap opera Days of Our Lives has been produced since 1960. That's longer than I've been alive. And you guys are saying it's fact. It is crap. That's $2 if you got it wrong. You guys, come on now. Or do quarters. Save quarters. 2 quarters. Okay. Okay, fact or crap. This one's interesting. A dog, a dog with diabetes was the first beneficiary of the discovery of insulin. That's weird. That's a fact. That is a fact. Interesting. I would have never thought that. All right. Oh, this one I knew. All right, you guys. You saying crap? It's a fact. It's a fact. But that show is still running and they all keep coming back from the dead, if you remember. No, when I used to watch it, that was one of my favorite ones. It's like, say they do this storyline, then all of a sudden, all the other soap operas are doing the same storyline. It's like everybody would follow Days of Our Lives. I used to get tired of it. All right. Jogis, Jogis, are desert dwellers of Pakistan who worship snakes. Fact or crap? Jogis. I've never heard of them. I suck at this game. Hey, look at all the quarters you get to save. Maybe I should start putting quarters in mine. But see, I got the answer, so it doesn't help. That is a fact, you guys. Country singer Patsy Cline was known as the coal miner's daughter. Is that fact or crap? Didn't she play that movie, Coal Miner's Daughter, and sing that song? You used to watch the night with my mom when I was homesick from school. You're saying that's crap. You know what, Pat? You're right. That is crap. And I don't see what I would have thought that was fact. But she was the singer of Coal Miner's Daughter. At least I think that's who it was. I don't know. Okay, this is a rush one. Loretta Lynn, that's right. There you go, Pat. I think you're right, Pat. Okay, fact or crap, you guys. These are easy ones. An elephant pregnancy lasts for 22 months. Fact or crap? Yeah, you got one right. Okay, if you get it right, it's only 1 quarter. Get it wrong, it's 2. I don't know what I'm up to, but you know what? I do got a bowl of quarters somewhere around here. When I used to do my slot machine that's up there. You're saying fact. It is a fact. A pregnancy is 22 months. I couldn't imagine. Horses is 11 months, yeah. Pistachio oil is distinctly mauve in color. Fact or crap? That is crap. I'm trying to think of what this word. The Channel Tunnel. I've never heard of that tunnel. Is 75 miles under the sea. Fact or crap? That's crap. Philadelphia is the fear of bald people. Fact or crap? Pedophilia. No, it's not. No, not pedophilia. Philadelphia is the fear of bald people. You're right, Tara. It is no, Diane. It is fact. I didn't know there was a fear of bald people. I guess there's a fear of everything out there. Oh my goodness. During 1875, the cobra, which is a big deadly snake, caused the death of 26,000 people in India. Fact or crap? That one's interesting. Well, nobody can answer that. That's fact. All right, just for you Canadian people. You know, we gotta have these Canadians here. Telephone services in the United States and Canada stopped for 1 minute, during the funeral service for Alexander Graham Bell. Fact or crap? Stopped for 1 minute in the United States and Canada for his funeral. I love learning facts. Every year I buy the, what are they, the World's Guinness Book of Records, and go through and read all the new records. That, you know what, Pat, that is a fact. That is actually a fact. I never heard it before. What is that supposed to say, Pat? Miss Judy and CBA Mom. Hi, guys. How are you doing tonight? We're just doing. I got a new game that's a little less high strung. It's the high strung we've been playing. So it's called Fact or Crap. But what we do is, if you get it right, you save 1 quarter. If you get it wrong, you save 2 quarters. So we're saving quarters. That way we can play some. Hey, guys. Oh, your vision. Okay, I get it. Miss Joe. Let's see. Thanks for coming by, you guys. I appreciate it. The Scottish military regiments wear nothing under their kilts. Oh my gosh. Is that fact or crap? Funny story. Years ago, I worked a temporary job many years ago, when I was just out of the military. It was just a temporary over the summer, but it was owned by all Scottish people. Okay, it was a Scottish company. We built computers and shipped them to IBM to put all the hardware in it. And so we built the whole outside. We made all the screw holes and put the plastic part. And, we assembled the outside when the monitors used to be this big thing, or not monitors, but the whatever it was, the brains. And they, 2 of them had gone home. There were a fiance that was there. It was actually my boss and his fiance, she was in the billing part or something. And they had gone back home to Scotland to get married. And they were over here working the company. And they showed the whole, in front of the church, all the men, and the men were in kilts. Okay. They were all facing the church. So all you could see were just the backs of all the men. And somebody had snapped a picture, and just that picture, their skirts blew up, because that's what they wear. Their stuff is a skirt for men, almost like a mini skirt, so short. Not one of them had a pair of underwear on, because they said that was against their culture to wear underwear underneath their kilt. Boy, that, needless to say, that picture got sent all over that company, and people were just laughing that up. All right, Miss Pat, you have a good night, honey. You get some rest. But I remember that picture. I opened that up. I was like, hello there, Miss Liz. Miss Liz is here. She's the one who sent me her happy holidays. You guys, she did something so funny. I was watching one of her videos last year. Her and her husband love to do their whole yard, their house, everything with Christmas lights. And And what they did is, I've never seen it before, but you know, they got inflatables and lights and everything all over. Night, Pat, hope you feel better, hun. Um, but they had these inflatables that you could actually wear. You put it on and then you blow it up. And apparently, what they do is they stand out there at the road, and people drive up and slow down, and they jump out and talk to people. And I can imagine that I would have peed my pants seeing two inflatable dummies coming running at me. That was good, but I've never seen those inflatable things before. I bet you can't wait to do it again this year. Get some video of that. I would love to show Keith that. Oh, because I always try to get him. Now that we live so far off the road, we're like 5 football fields off the road where our house is now. Nobody could see our house. We're so far back in the woods. But before, I had more when my kids were growing up. Every year, the day after Christmas, I go hit Lowe's and Home Depot and all the garden centers up to get all their inflatables for like nothing. And then I put them away till the next year. And I'd have, 20, 30 of them in my yard every year. So I understand your love to do that, Liz. But it's just, oh, I used to love it. And then there was one when I was growing up. I was a teenager. It was one of my friends in school, the Wachtels. Her last name was Wachtel. They were one of the more prominent farmers in the community where I lived. And they did theirs so big that you literally take your car and you drive it into the farm and you follow their roads and the paths and everything through. And the whole way, all the way down, and it took you a good half an hour or so to drive all the way through, because they had decorations, all lights, everything, everywhere. And I can remember that. I would love to do something like that. But alrighty, guys. I'm glad to finally get back on here and see you again. It's been a few weeks. Tomorrow I will have I will try tomorrow with my dad coming home from the hospital. I know it'll be by Sunday. I will put out a Christmas challenge for you guys. So I thank you, Liz. But yeah, if you'll please keep my dad in your prayers, because it's essentially just a matter of time now. They're just hoping that he goes to sleep one night and his heart stops and he wants to die at home. That's gonna be hard for me. Thank you. I love you guys. Trying to keep it nice and light. All right, you guys, when we come back next week, bring plenty of quarters. We'll play some more games and we'll have fun. Okay. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful Christmas. If you guys need anything, please just let me know. I'll be right there for you if you ever need to talk or need some prayers or anything. Oh, I do have one question. Does anybody need some watch hours? I let this monitor here play all night. Does anybody? Thank you, CB. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. All right, so Miss Tara, I'll go ahead and play you tonight. Does anybody else need watch hours? CB, do you need some? All right. Tara, somebody else is going to play you. I mean, I would appreciate any watch hours you'd give me, but I have an extra TV here now. Well, not TV, a monitor that I could play, and I just black it out and go to bed. Okay. Well, it looks like you'll get a few hours in there. Are you guys all members of Tara's channel? She's got an awesome channel. You ought to go check it out. And check out her Ko-Fi. She has a lot of freebies on there she offers at no cost. And then she's got, oh my gosh, let me show you guys. I think I got it right here before I let you go. I don't know if you've seen this. Yeah. I mean, look at this. We grind. But Tara put this out right here. Home for the Holidays Savings Christmas book. And I didn't even get a chance to touch it. But it came with all these pages in here. And this was free. Tara put this out for free. That is a heart of gold there. And she's got other books, $5. You can't find that anywhere. I would go over there before you guys buy anything. Miss Tammy, hi. Thank you for coming in, Miss Tammy. And you guys, before you leave, if you'll hit that like up button. But go over and check out Miss Tara and see what. Yeah, she is a good one. She's a sweetheart. I like that it's a team sport. How you doing, Miss Tammy? I hate we're just getting ready to go off air. But go check her out. Check out her coffee shop. I'm getting ready to go on there. I need to purchase some more books from her. I may not get to play them right now, but at least I got them put up. All right, you guys. I love you. Miss Tammy. Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. Please come in earlier so we get a chance to talk to you and you can join in with everything that's going on. You guys have a great night. Love you. Hugs to everybody. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.